One of the more challenging things about vlogging in New England is the weather. And I don't just mean snow or cold, but particularly its unpredictability. Yesterday and the day before, it was somewhere around 2 degrees outside. Fahrenheit, 2 degrees. That's it. Today, it's almost 50 degrees outside. Now, I'm not saying 50 degrees is motorcycle weather, but it's really hard to keep track of what you're going to do next when the weather's so unpredictable in the winter. But I still have an urge to create content, to make videos, even with the frigid cold and the unpredictable weather. And even more so, I've got to get some stuff done inside the house so when it does warm up like this permanently and we get to springtime, I can get outside and not be stuck in here anymore. I've obviously been ignoring this mess for way too long. And I really don't want to deal with this when the nice weather comes out. I can't even look at this. This is embarrassing. So I'm just gonna, okay, let me just fix this. This method isn't working for me. Let's try something a little bit quicker. I can't snap very well. Let's just try this. Much better. Because of the unpredictability in weather in New England, I do not store my bike at a dealership or another place that offers bike storage for the winter. And that's because I never know when I'm going to get good enough weather to hop on the bike and get out of here. I'm not going to be doing that this week because there's a whole lot of salt on the roads. It's just dangerous. But what I am going to do is start her up, let the battery charge for a few minutes, let the motor run, and listen to a noise I don't get to hear that often in the wintertime. This is my first bike. It's a Suzuki Boulevard C50T. The T stands for the Touring Edition, which means it used to have a windshield, a backrest, and probably saddlebags. By the time I got this bike, those options had already been removed. I'm okay with that. She's also a 2012, but check out this odometer. I don't know if you can read that, but that says 2,895 miles. This is a 2012. This is a 6 or 7 year old motorcycle with just under 3,000 miles on it. When I went out to buy my first bike, I stressed a lot about the size of the bike. I didn't want a bike that was too big. I didn't want a bike that was too small. I had never ridden a motorcycle before. I basically thought that finding a 2012 motorcycle, a 50cc engine with only give or take 2,500 miles on it, was just too good of a deal to pass up. Now, I bought this motorcycle in July 2018. It is now February 2019. So this spring is going to be my first full riding season on this bike after getting my endorsement. It rides smoothly, it has just enough get up and go, and it doesn't feel dangerous when you're riding it. There isn't too much power that you're going to hurt yourself when you try and use the clutch and the accelerator. The bike actually feels a little bit small. After riding it for a few months, I can already feel my desire to go up a couple of steps to a bigger bike that can handle a little bit more, that can take a little bit more abuse, but I do love this motorcycle. A couple of my favorite things about riding the Suzuki Boulevard is that it's fuel injected, which means there's no fuel pump that you have to work with, there's no carburetor. In addition to that, it's a shaft drive motorcycle, which means there's no belt, there's no change. It's very low maintenance, especially for a first-time rider. Really, all you have to do is get on the bike and ride it. Unfortunately, in New England, That's still a ways away, but I do like to hear that sound. This feels a lot less safe than I thought it would. I don't think I've introduced you to the queen of the household. Hi. Can you say hello? Here she is, the queen of the house. Sally, how come you're just staring at the corner? Is it because you heard me say the word bath? Do you want a bath? Look at that. What I've learned about vlogging so far is that it's all about storytelling, it's all about creating, it's all about doing your own thing, and most importantly, it's all about community. So I thank you for everyone who's watched a video. In 1 month, I was able to get 100 views. That might not seem like much to some of you out there who are making these videos and get millions of views, but it just means so much to me that anybody would take the time, never mind 100 different people would take the time to watch the things I'm creating and putting out into the world. So thank you for doing that. I appreciate you being patient while the weather's cold here in New England. When you have a moment, put a comment down below. What do you want to see in New England? If you're not from New England, what do you want to see? What do you want to explore? If you could come here and go on an adventure, what would you do? Do you have plans to do something in the future in New England that you want to know about before you come? I want to go on that adventure with you. So with that said, I really appreciate you guys being here. Thank you for watching this video. Please take a moment to subscribe, follow me on Twitter, and I can't wait to talk to you soon.